enjoyable when we have what we want. So we're thinking that the Buddhist mentioned the suffering thing, the birth, decay, aging, sickness, and the death. So we being human being, when we have life, when we see the enjoyable, when we lead the people, the loved one we like, we feel enjoyable. We enjoy the life. Sometimes when we lost what we, the loved one. So we've been witnessing in COVID-19 period, that kind of circumstances, very horrific, the even. It's very sadly, a lot of sad stories at the period, 2020, 21, 2022. It's called distracted of the life, distractions of the life, Nyadi Vyasana, Bhoga Vyasana, Roga Vyasana. So that kind of things, if we know that, if we understood, if we practice to some extent, we can appease this, that kind of, if we understand, practice of Dhamma is like something opposite to our nature of our mind. For example, the meditation. So we're watching a movie you like, and we are singing, we are talking to someone we like. Is that our body, nothing shows that it is suffering, but in the practicing meditations for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, the pain, the body pain comes many ways. Why? It's kind of illusion sometimes. Sometimes it kind of set creation. It's not real pain, but we create that pain in our mind. Why? Because it's kind of Bodhisattva-gami, practice of the Dhamma. Sila also like this, Samadhi also like this. Because our mind, naturally, people, when the Dhammapada, as the Dhammapada said that, Papasame Ramatiti Mana. Our mind all the time enjoys, associate with the bad thoughts. That kind of, it become a habit. That is very, very logical that we can sense in our personal experience when we are meditating, mind's wandering all the time, associating many thoughts. To catch, good object is it very difficult. It'll make us more tired. But to experience bad thought or unwholesome thought is very enjoyable for us. That is our nature of our mind. I have that example in the stories. Maybe it's not a real story, but maybe a hypothetical one. A man from India wants to study a meditation because the land from the original land where the Buddhism was born in, disappeared after the 3rd century, the BC, historically. First, they maybe after the third Buddhist council, the history tell us that the Buddhist teachings almost disappear from that land. So man wanted to learn the meditation, how to meditate according to Buddhism. So nobody to teach him. So he just across the Himalaya. He just came to the land of the Tibet. So he requests the Tibet master, Buddhist monk, to teach him the meditation, how to meditate. So at the first Tibetan master, a Tibetan Buddhist monk, taught him no Vipassana meditation. The first, you have to learn the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, triple gems. Buddha Nosati, remembering the qualities of the Buddha. And the cultivating the qualities of the Dhamma. 9 qualities of the Buddha, 6 qualities of the Dhamma, the 9 qualities of the Sangha that we've been reciting previously. So he was taught by the Tibetan monks, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. So he was learning this. After 6 months, some months later, he said that, I'm going back to India. So the master the monks said that, okay, you can go back. But practice this all the time. And he just gave the guidance. Only these 3 things you have to practice: Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Not the monkey. Don't put the monkey into your mind. Only these triple gems. Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Only these 3, not the monkey. So he said yes. But in his mind, he was wondering why the master said the monkey. Why put the monkey? He did not understand this. But he came back to India. And he continued to practice these triple gems, the meditation, Buddha Nosati, Dhamma Nosati, Sangha Nosati. The contemplation of the quality of the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. And suddenly, the monkey came to his mind. He got a surprise that. And what happened? Master seriously ordered, don't put the monkey in your mind, but monkey automatically come. Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and the monkey. Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and the monkey. So he was so disappointed. What happened? I did not land the monkey, only triple gems that I learned, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, but the monkey come. So despite in this, he was disappointed. And I'm feeling like though he just came across again to the Tibet and met his master and asked, Master, seeing this, his students coming again, and said, how about your practice? Is they progressing? So the students say, Bande, masters, I don't want to learn more. Please remove the monkey from my mind. So master is laughing at him. What happened? He said that, please remove the monkey. I don't want to learn more anymore. Just please help me to omit this sense of the contemplation of the monkey. So master, at that time, he mentioned this. Before we are going to practice the Dhamma, before we are going to practice the Buddhist teachings, we have to understand the nature of our mind. Because nature of human mind, sorry, I think from my side little, I put the earphone again. Is that okay, Bande? Is that clear? Hello?
Yes, Bande.
Okay, thank you. Because from my behind there, some people reciting that little noise there. That is our natural other mind. So getting bad objects or bad thoughts, cultivating or establishing bad thoughts is very fast, and very easy to get it. But cultivating, you see the 6 months practicing Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha is even maybe difficult for him to contemplate all those qualities every day. But The monkey, he did not land the monkey, but his master just mentioned, don't put the monkey into your mind. But he just remembering the monkey. Later on, Buddha Dhamma Sangha, he didn't remember the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. The monkey comes at the first. When he tried to contemplate the quality of the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, before that, the monkey comes. That is, so he was really disappointed. So master mentions, the Tibetan master mentioned, that is the nature of mind. Before practicing, before we're going to learn the meditations, it's necessary to understand the nature of our mind. Understanding this, after understanding the nature of the mind, so we come to know and understand how to develop our mind. Just like the battlefield, you have to fight against the defilements in the meditation process. Defilements come to you, and the bad objects come to you. How to react this, how to counteract it. So without understanding the mind is all the time wandering, catching the bad objects all the time. Sometimes there are 6 channels. We call the Dora, Jaku Sota Gana Zivakaya. We call it Salayarana. 12 kinds of the channels. 6 alternate channels, 6 are there. Inside internal channels, 6 internal channels, and 6 external. Together working and produce. So you know that how the mind works, how the mind raising the according to Buddhism. It's not something existence in our body or any part of the body, but it emerges. It raises when the conditions are. So just like we can understand the way the battlefield is, just like a war against the defilements. So we need to put the maximum effort to fight against that defilements. So let me mention another thing. The Bodhisattva, when he was fulfilling the paramitas, 10 kinds of paramitas, according to Theravada traditions, or 6 paramis in the Mahayana traditions. There is 10 kinds of dana, sila, etc. But when he practiced the paramita, there are 5 kinds of method that he made use to fulfill and to cultivate those perfections. Those are called bodhipajana. Bodhipajana is a practice that ripens enlightenment. The practice that ripens enlightenment. So that is very important when we practice the Dhamma, just like a swimming against the tide, that the qualities that we need to have, and the quality that the Buddha, the Bodhisattva made use. I'm going to mention the 5 kinds of the qualities or 5 kinds of techniques that the Bodhisattva use. This is very important in life, even in the social life, economic life, and education, or other sectors. So for me, it's really admirable things that. So you can also have it. Listen to this. If something, okay, you can take it, that message from the techniques that the Bodhisattva have been using. The first one is a Chirakala Bhavana. Chirakala, I think it's a Pali terms. Bhavana is a practice, cultivation. Chirakala is a long time practice. As I mentioned earlier, to be bad person, it's very easy to be. To be good person is difficult. That is nature of the life, nature of things. Because Dhamma, Niyama, law of the Dhamma, law of the Dhamma. Tirakala, you see that the Bodhisattva has been fulfilling this parameter to be the Buddha for periods, for countless periods, and one kappa, and 100,000 words, 100,000 kappas. Tirakala Bhavana, cultivating long time, establishing a good habit for long times. For countless periods, he been, practicing this. Tirakala. At that Tirakala, we need to have some kind of persistency and patience and resilience. So that is my favorite words, the resilience. It's very important. If we have no such qualities, resilience, the practice Dhamma simply is not possible. Simply not possible. Why? The practice of the Dhamma is something difficult. Maybe sometimes it's just like a practice of Dhamma, another term that going the inner journey. Inner journey. When you have trip, when you have a journey with the other friends, you can have each other. But this is the journey that you have to go alone. You are all alone on this path. You can only have the guidance from your master or your teachers. Other, you have to decide that you have to walk on this path with your great effort. That's why resilience is needed. It's very important qualities when practice the Dhamma. Because in the other socially, to be a good person, you can pretend to simply. You can pretend to be a good person. Other people seemingly they will probably see you the good person. But inside you, what you are doing, bad thing or good thing, that you know that. The best way you know what you're doing, your actions. Sometimes secretly you've been doing bad things. Other people don't know. But you know by this action by yourself. So this inner journey to progress spiritualities, you can align. You cannot pretend by yourself. You cannot lie to yourself. You know that. So in the Buddhist traditions, Theravada Buddhist traditions, they got Dutanga, a kind of duty that there are 13 types of Dutanga. One of them is a Susana Dutanga. Susana is the cemetery, a practice in the cemetery. You go there at the time, sometimes the night time, the cemetery. Traditionally, cemetery is something danger that somebody invisible things that await you. You may be scared of to go there. So not every monk can do this kind of duties, this kind of practice. It's called Dutanga. Monks who are confident on their morality, their principle, sometimes they practice sila without breaking any even minor rule. They are confident, much confident on their morality, their sila. They are not scared. They don't worry. They're not afraid of anything visible and invisible. Just like that. So it kind of inner journey when we go. Like you may be sometimes people who are not familiar with the meditations may think that meditation is very easy, just simply sitting and focusing on the breathing and breathe out, exhalation and inhalation. It's very simple. No. So all of you, I think, Buddhist, non-Buddhist alike today, it gets that the attentions, Buddhist meditation get attentions from people attentions. The people, not only Buddhist, non-Buddhists alike, practicing today widely. So those who practice the Dhamma or the meditations know that it's not easy work. It's not easy job. How difficult is it? Because it's working mentally, reacting, is watching, carefully contemplating our reactions of sankhara, our sankhara. The mind is wandering. We try to control that. We try to manage. We try to observe the mind. So minds we've been cultivating, not only this life, according to Buddhism, many lives that to be enjoying, to be pleasure, and to live with the bad thoughts. This is called papa samira matiti mano. Many lives, it become a habit to think about bad thoughts, to take a bad objects, unwholesome objects. So we try to change something, wandering mind, that we contemplating that, focusing on the one single object the first time, and observing whatever raised in the mind, mindfully, persistently, and diligently, with the resilience. So it takes a long time sometimes to progress this, to promote this, and to cultivate this. But go down to break the rule, to break morality, sila, samadhi, and to have a good, bad habit is very easy. You can see around you. So what's happening today is especially like it's a materialist, this is materialist war, society. Very easy to be a bad person, but very difficult to be a good person. It's called, to practice it, it's a long journey. It's a very difficult journey because it's an inner journey. So that is the Chirakala, the Bodhisattva having using these techniques to perform, to practice, to fulfill the paramitas, the perfections. Number one. Number two is the Anandara Bhava, cultivating good things with no interactions, without endeavor. Anandara. So it means that it's called asevana. You do it all the time, this thing. Every day that it becomes your habit. So without interactions, it's very difficult. Maybe, so just example, you're drinking, okay, every evening. It's very easy to drink this. Very easy. It becomes your habit. Before that, you don't know the result, the side effect of the drinkings. But it becomes nowadays, it's become like a kosher. even somebody even don't talk about this. It become kosher. The Buddhism is strongly the teachings ask you not to drink because it make you we call the pamada, feel, how to say when the pamada, that you forget, or some word like sura meriya micha pamada. It means that is cause of that you forget good things. That's why the Buddha strongly, ask suggest that to avoid this. So every day, whatever you do every day, good thing or bad thing, it becomes your habit. So cultivating good things every day is difficult. You meditate 1 hour. Well, you determine that I'm going to meditate 1 hour every day. Or on the other hand, you determine that I'm going to do bad things, some of the bad actions every day.
So which one that will be longer? I think mostly bad things. Mostly bad things will take longer. It become your habit. But good things, I'm not saying that from Buddhist point of view, meditation or whatever. We can also say that from other religious point of view, the bad good thing. It's very difficult to cultivate. So it's called Anandara Bhavana. Anandara Bhavana. So without interactions that we need to cultivate. Number third one is the Nirawa Sesa, without remaining. Without remaining. Do it now. So I have seen that is some companies put in this notification like do it now. Don't move to tomorrow. Cultivating without remaining. Don't take much time. Just finish things that can be completed, that can be done today. So the Buddhist was saying that ejewa kamman katapa. We try to do things today. It should be done today. So that kind of practice is very, because our actions, that good thing, we take time. Okay, I can do that later. Try to do 1 hour meditation. Okay, today, now I'm going to sleep. Want to sleep. Tomorrow, I'm going to do this. Tomorrow also, you are not doing this. You will not be doing. And then it become, that determination that you have decided to do something already destroyed, even before started. So it happened. Another one, Sakecca Bhavana. The fourth one is the important one. Carefully doing with a full attention. Systematically doing with maximum effort. Sakecca means systematically doing. Sometimes we have done the good things, okay? Somebody order you, ask you to meditate 5 minutes, okay? Just merely sitting, not really doing, not really meditation. Because by force that you were asked to do so, then you do it sometime. Maybe your friends, maybe your parents, others your master. Willingly doing. If you are willingly doing this thing every day and the right time, it becomes your habit. So Sakecca, whatever you do, Sakecca is very important things. I have what does it mean by this? Sakecca in the Pali was systematically doing with the respect, full attention. Whatever we do, it makes somebody go up, raise up, to be successful. Not in the religious, not spiritual work, even in social work, economic life. It pushes you up, it raises you up. I have read these stories. A young man from Australia, I think. So wants to see the Ajahn Shan Venerable, the leaders, one of the leaders, Thailand monks in the Thailand forest Buddhist traditions. So he came to the Thailand. Bande, how many?
Yes.
We have more.
You have now 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to write out within 10 minutes, right? So
yeah.
Thank you, Bande. So this young man came to meet the Venerable Ajahn Shan. And when he reached the temple, in the forest temple, the Venerable Ajahn Shan was giving the talk to the Dhamma talk to the people, that he's just sitting on the corner and then listening to this. After the Dhamma talk, he wanted to meet the Venerable Ajahn Shan, but have no chance. Venerable Ajahn Shan was busy with other people. So he was thinking what to do. Came a long way from Australia to Thailand. But he said, I don't want to go back in this way, but I just want to do something in this temple. So he cleaning, swimming with the other monks, cleaning the temple. So suddenly somebody, they touched his shoulder. And when he looked back, so it was Ajahn Shan. He got a surprise and happy to meet him. And the Venerable Ajahn Shan said one word, young man, you are doing something, just do this with full attention, maximum effort. Whatever you do this, if something is good for you, if you think it's a good thing, do it with the full attention, with the maximum effort. So he did not understand what he said at the first. So he came back to Australia. On the flight that he was thinking of this meaning of this. What does it mean? Whatever you do with full attention, maximum effort. It's called the Pali terms, the Chakcha cover this. Finally, he come to understood that. So he put this practice, this principle in his economic, his business. So he become, I hope the story mentions, I don't know, become the a rich person within this very short period with this principle. It's called Bodhipatana, Sakicca Bhavana. So we need this resilient and effort, put in the effort. In the normal thing, when you're doing, okay, it's okay to some extent you use your effort, it's okay. But practice of the Dhamma, we need to put much effort. Why? Because it take you down. Sometimes natural, our mind all the time, finding the bad object, unwholesome object, that is natural. This is why we need, so in the meditation traditions, your master will suggest you, guide you to put your effort, because to be, I mean, to have the right position, to focus on your object, meditation object. So full attention, maximum effort is important that way, because going against is a kind of a journey. Even practicing morality and practicing the samadhi too, practicing the wisdom, bhavana, maya, jnana, vipassana. So it's important. The fifth one is the bodhipatana dhamma, the bhavana, is the ability bhavana. You're doing the positive mind, positive things. So this practice can remove the restlessness and worry. So sometimes you are walking your walk and meditation, you couldn't find the essence of this job, value of this sort. That's why. Why? Because restlessness, shipping, the wandering the mind, and you worry the past, worry the future. This is why the meditation master will ask you. The text also mentioned about to focus on the present moment. Maybe you may be thinking the past or the future, doesn't matter. If you are thinking that, if you are aware of you are thinking the past, if you are aware of you are thinking the future, then you're living on the present moment. Why the present moment, focusing on the present moment is important? It's a very difficult thing because our mind is wandering all the time, taking an object from past, mostly the past and the future, not present. So wandering mind is unhappy mind. That is a research. The Harvard University, the make of the research, put on the research this. Most of the wandering mind is unhappy mind. Directly can be said that wandering mind can be this way. The Buddhist mentioned the focus on one object, single object, the first, and focus on contemplating that, aware of what you are thinking, what you are doing, what you are thinking. So without focus, without awareness, your mind is wandering. This mind is no happy mind. Because of this happy mind, you become no happy person. That is the result of meditation. Focus on the present moment. Somebody says it's very boring to do meditation. Focus in the present moment. Yes, it's boring because it's against the nature of the mind. This is what practicing this one, the Dhamma, is that we are swimming against the tide. So I'm going to highlight what we need when we practice Dhamma as like a swimming against the tide. Resilient, patient, kanti, we call that kanti. Padhisottagami. It's not easy thing to do. It's very difficult, very difficult. Somebody made this meditation is very easy. No, it's not easy work. From my personal experience, maybe somebody is very easy. Sitting, your body is calm, maybe stable, but your mind is wandering, taking trip to the world, around the world. It's not meditation. It is something different from meditation. Anyway, that is in nature. I'm going to wind up by saying this. That is our nature. Good things are difficult. So when you get it, when you cultivate it, you got this result. Not only you, the people around you, the people nearby you, see this. If you become a good person, cultivating good things is very difficult. But putting this our resilience, persistency, and our full maximum effort and full attention to be a good person, at that time, this will result not only you, your friends, your relatives, other people also benefit from this. It's very difficult to become a good person, you know. So to my yogi and students also, it's something that I usually mention. The Buddha principle, the Buddha rare to criticize the social system and the political system in even India society at the Buddha's day. He did not mention this, what kind of political system is it better or something. But what he focuses is to put a practice and to be good people. He mentioned this guidance. Ekaraja, just like a Koshala, governors of the Kashi and the governors of the Savatthi, governors of Koshala and Kashi. The kind of the monarchical system. So he mentioned 10 kinds of principle, specific principle of monarchical system. But when he met the Ganaraja, is a republic system in the Vishali, he mentioned that another 7 kinds of principle of to practice for that. It's a different system, different king, political system, different principle. But what he focuses is to be good people, to be good person. So sometimes we pray that, okay, may all weapon disappears in the war. May all weapon. No, the problem raised not because of the not only because of the weapon, because of the people. If the weapon is good in a good hand of good people, all secure. You may see that sometimes airports and other the soldiers are hanging the gun. That are we scared? Are we afraid of him? No. Nearby, next to him, that soldier, we feel secure because we know that that person will not harm you. Another example, the knife. The knife is danger. Simply think that the knife in the hand of the doctor is very secure, saving the many lives, just like that. So to be a good person, very difficult. According to the Dhamma, practicing the Dhamma is difficult. But practicing, doing bad thing is easy. But what thing is good? Always good things are difficult. But anyway, we have to practice this good things, even if it's difficult. We are going to swim against the tide to be good people, to be good society, and it is spread to around the world. So is it saying that, is it usually said to be, better society? So anyway, let's swim against the tide. Thank you so much. Sadhu, sadhu.
So let us give Anumodana to Sayadaw's Dhammadeshana. I request everybody to say sadhu, 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 sadhu. So, Sayadawji, we will now take up some questions from the audience with your permission. Bhante, can you hear me?
Yes, Bande.
Yeah. So just now you have this wonderful Dhamma discourse from Sayadaw Varanyana. And I think as the Buddha says, Dhamma piti sukhang senti, among all kind of happiness, all kind of test, the test of Dhamma is by far the supreme. And as we are all cultivators of Dhamma, and as Bhante said, it's not easy job either, because you are going against the current. We are going upstream of removing our kilesas. You know, so our craving and kilesas, we are so deeply engrossed in these kilesas. And that's what, when the entire world is moving in one direction, we are moving in another directions. So the Buddha said, Anyahi labu panisa, Anyahi anya nibbana gamini. To get the world gains is on one way, but to reach to the nibbana, going to nibbana is completely in opposite directions. So, but we have the techniques to how do we swim against this current, so that we can reach to the ultimate goal of freedom, the cessations of this craving, these currents of craving and recurring existence. That's what Sayadaw highlighted about his Loka Dhamma. As we are all catapulted in these chains of worldly Dhamma, and we are constantly tormented and tortured by all these 8 Loka Dhammas, which are very much seen in our daily lives. We have likes and dislikings. We have praise and blame, happiness and sorrow. We have profit and loss. But having faced these situations, the only way to come out is the Dhamma. So when you have the confidence, like the Buddha says, Sadhaya Tarati Ogha, Panyaya Dukkha Annava, Panyaya Dukkha Mucca. Like with faith and confidence and with wisdom, these are the tools and techniques which the Bodhisattva himself used. Like Bhante said that we have to do this, taking the examples of Jatakas from Dhammapada. Sayadaw has highlighted very important points. I hope everybody, all of you must remember this and must put into practice in your daily life. At least you can remove your little sufferings. You have to let go your cravings. You have to put down this current slowly and steadily. And when your paramis are met, when you are accumulated your perfections, like the Bodhisattva did, and finally you can see and realize the Dhamma. So, Anantara Bhavana, Chirakala Bhavana, Niravasesa Bhavana, Sakacha Bhavana, and Avirati Bhavana. That's what Bhante highlighted from the techniques which the Bodhisattva used from the time of Buddha Dipankara until he became a fully enlightened Sammasambuddha. So this is a summary of what Bhante has just given us a important message. And going against Dhamma practice is not easy. We are all going and striving hard to going upwards. You see, in every stage. Because when there is dukkha, we have to try to remove the cause of sufferings. And in every stage, we have a choice whether we want to pursue our kilesas. We have to go after our moods and emotions, or we have to turn away from these cravings, turn away from it. So at every stage, we are facing this current of lobha, dosa, and moha, and mana, ditthi, avijja, tanha, so all Sayadaw has told us. So I will not take much time. So we will now open up the session for question and answer. I can see some questions, Bante. Please look into your chat box. Yes, Bante has already told you about these 5 techniques which Bodhisattva applied and used to fulfill the paramis. Just now we said cultivating for a long time, cultivating with no interactions or interruptions, rather interruptions. That means continuous. Then cultivating without remaining to the completion, to the fully accomplishment, and then carefully doing with full attention, systematical doing with maximum effort, and abhirati bhavana, positively with a positive mind, not with wandering mind, with a positive and balanced mind. We have to do it. So we have, I think, one question is what Sayadaw.
Yes, Bande.
It says,
Why should we go against the current?
Yes, sir. Is there any way without going against the current, which was originally taught by Buddha himself?
Okay. I think the question is something different from the talk, and is it something alternative questions, not relevant to the talk, right? So anyway, I'm going to give what I understand the questions. And we are not saying that against the current, right? What does it mean? The current mean? Is it present? Current or what is it? What does it mean by the current mean?
Here, current means but the flow, like
oh, sorry,
like a water current, the water.
Yes, sorry.
Against the tide.
Yes. This is the example, right? So okay, that is irrelevant. Sorry,
Yes,
I don't know that.
the Bante, you have already explained in the talk itself. If that person listened carefully and attentively, he must have understood. I think he has not listened it attentively. So
okay, Bande, there's the yes. Why we have to go against? Why should we go against the current? Is it this example, right? Just like we're going against the practice the Dhamma, cultivating good things is difficult. Just like going against the current. So just this example, it's another example like you are climbing a mountain is difficult. When you climb in the mountain like Everest, it's much difficult. But to fall down from the mountain, you don't need to put your effort, just fly and you can fall down from the mountain. This example is the same example, I think. It's similar too. So climbing the mountain, we need to put our maximum effort, okay, to reach the tip or the top. But to fall down from it, to come down, we don't need to use much effort. Just like that. So practice the Dhamma is climbing the mountain, going against the current or the tide. Why? It's natural. It's not, which was originally taught by the Buddha himself. The Buddha himself say, I haven't mentioned the Pali term, but Dishota Gami. So all the entire talks is based on this term, but Dishota Gami. swimming against light. The direct translation, swimming against the current or swimming against the tide, the stream. That is the way to practice the Dhamma. As I mentioned the example, 6 months practicing Buddha Dhamma Sangha, but the monkey come to your mind. I'm not saying the monkey is bad or right, but something you dislike or something unnecessary on this practice. But that thing catching the external object is very easy. But the necessary object there, you have given 3 objects, 3 practice Buddha Dhamma Sangha. For you, it's difficult. You were taught, you've been cultivating, and you've been practicing these 3 trouble gems. But monkey is just mentioned from your master. The master just mentioned, don't think about monkey. You catch this monkey for a long time, and you take it easily, very strongly, just like that. So it means that it's reminding us that we have to be very careful, and we also need to much aware of. We have to be aware of this, especially when you are trying to cultivate the good things. We need to be strong. It means this journey, this trace is not easy. This route is not easy. It's a rival. So we need to be resilient to be a good person. Thank you. I don't know, the Bande, you want to give this?
I think Bante, as you said, that our mind delights and likes to remain in Papa. It delights in Papa.
Yes,
Since that's what we need to reform our mind. That's why we have to cultivate good, so that we can overcome the evil or the negative forces from the mind. Yes, and then the technique he says is, this is the only way, Ekaya no Mago, right? This is the way, the Dhamma practice is the way to overcome these currents and to go against the tide. Is the Dhamma, that's the Dhamma way, to go along with the worldly things. This is the worldly ways, the Loka Dhamma. So when you are following the Sila Samadhi Panya, that means you are going against the current. It is as simple as that. So don't put the monkey in your mind, what the Bhante said. And don't be like the monkeys also, those who uproot the trees and see how length the tree has gone inside. You also don't have to do that. You have to put for the right efforts and right wisdom in the practice. Yes, Bhante.
Is another questions?
One more question from the.
Yes.
Is it possible to utilize my sadhana for developing consistency in daily meditation?
So the right answer is yes. So Bande, sorry Bande, I don't know your names. You didn't mention your name. Your
Buddhadatta. I'm Bhikkhu Buddhadatta.
Your good name, Buddhadatta.
Buddhadatta, Bhikkhu Buddhadatta. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bande. You have mentioned the Saddhaya Taradi organ from Alauka Sutra, right?
Yes.
So Saddha from Alauka Sutra, when the Alauka demon asked the Buddha how to overcome this, how to transform, how to cross this sensory existence, samsara, the oceans of the samsara. The Buddha is Saddhara Tarati organ. This, you mentioned Saddha, right?
Yes.
The faith or your confidence, your belief, it become the tool, it become raft to cross the river of the samsara. So much possible. But have to understand the Saddha to use in the right way. Saddha is clarity sometimes. Clarity and the Saddha is 2 different things. No, it's not the same thing. Sometimes in your mind, some clarity comes. It's not through Saddha what the Buddha means. Saddha has to have the correct object, right object. It means that you believe there's something creator, or for example, creation or creator. Or you believe other things like, it means sometimes the faith, the blind faith, even the rational faith. Rationally, you can explain why you believe in something, but it doesn't mean it's something ultimately true. It means when we decide that whether your Sayadaw is right or wrong, so we have to say that what kind of object that you are taking. If object is real, your Sayadaw is real. If object is not real, your Sayadaw is not real. That is how the text mentioned that Sayadaw. So anyway, clarity, your faith, your belief, the karma, for example, karma sakara samadhi. You believe in the result and the cause and effect, the relationship. You believe that good things will result to the good effect. Bad actions will result bad result, producing bad seed. This is called karma sakara samadhi according to Buddhism. So that kind of Sayadaw, the consistency is very important. Sayadaw, Sayadaw is not small things. It's one of the faculties. One of the faculties, Sadindriya. It's very important things in this part. So my answer is yes, you can. Is it possible? Much possible. Absolutely possible to use your Sayadaw. But Sayadaw will be levels. Your clarity, your confidence. It's very strong confidence in your practice.
Thank you very much, Bhante, for that very clear answer. Now we have a question from Nanda, from Sally from Burma. She is doing her PhD here. Her name is Yashanandi. So she would ask you a question. You can even talk in Burmese or English, whatever.
Okay, Sally.
I apologize all the audience that I would like to ask the question into Burmese to Sayadaw.
But then we translate it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Sayadaw will give answer in English, I'm sure that. Okay, then I will ask question in English. Sayadaw, yeah, I am doing that physics on the Loka Dhamma. It impacts on our daily lives and the way to comprehend scientific. What I would like to know is there any relevant things like to apply for the overcoming of Loka Dhamma by the Mahasatipatthana or any kinds of Satipatthana out of 4?
Sally, can you make it again as your questions?
Yes, begin.
Can you say there's a Burmese way? Burmese,
Yes,
you can ask me. Yeah,
thank you, Sayadaw.
it's good.
ကျမဘုရားတပည့်တော်သိချင်တာလေဒီလောကရန်တရားတွေကိုကြော်ဖြတ်နိုင်ဖို့ရင်ဆိုင်နိုင်ဖို့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်မဟာတတိပဋ္ဌာနာကာယဝေဒနာစိတ်ဓာတ်ဓမ္မတတိပဋ္ဌာန်၄ပါးနဲ့တိုက်ရိုက်အဲ့လိုမျိုးမြတ်စွာဘုရားဟောထားတဲ့ဟာရှိပါသလား။ဘာလဲဆိုတော့တပည့်တော်စိတ်ဓာတ်နုပတနာနဲ့ရှိသိခြင်းလို့အဲ့လိုယူလိုက်ပေမဲ့တတိပဋ္ဌာန်တစ်ခုယူလိုက်ရင်ကျန်တဲ့၃ပါးလုံးကလည်းပါလာဆိုတော့တပည့်တော်ဘယ်ကိုသွားပြီးတော့citation လုပ်ရမယ်ဆိုတာအဲ့လိုတိုက်ရိုက်
Thank you, Sally. So your focus, your peers is I visit you so the local Dhamma, right?
Yes, yes.
I think Sally is asking that to confront the local Dhamma with the Satipatthana, right?
Yes,
the how can we make use this satipatthana for foundations of mindfulness to overcome or to face to confront the a worldly experience, lokadhamma. Yes, Chile. The one way distinguish or divine this the Mangala, 38 Mangala, the Mangala Dhamma, the blessing, right? The Lokadhamma is divided into Lokotara or transcendence level, right? Then when we look at the this Mangala Sutta, the Pudesa Loka Dhamma he Chitan Yasa Nakamati. A body, a person who when he face this, when he confront this a kind of worldly experience, he's not shaking, or it means that he's not worried about. He doesn't worry about this. So he can stabilize. He can manage this experience. So of course, even there are several kinds of benefits of the satipatthana, right? Satana Visuddhiya. Soka Pridevana Samatikamaya, Dukha Domnesana Atangamaya, Nyaya Satikamaya, Nipanesa. So you see that the Soka Pridevana Samatikamaya, Dukha Domnesana Atangamaya. So to overcome of the suffering and the grief and to destroy of the mentally instabilities. So that is a Lokadhamma. But what is it? What is it? The important thing is the Lokadhamma is what we name the good things. Sometimes we say that is a dukkha, suffering is a bad thing, but sukha, happiness is a good thing. But according to this Lokadhamma, what the experience. So this is one of the sometimes take you down. It means that people sometimes when we feel suffer, we feel that is something suffering. But when we get what we want, we're happy. We don't recognize it's something. Is the word the Lokadhamma, right? So, Siale, to answer to your question, the as you mentioned, the Sikta-nupassana that you mentioned, right?
Yes, Sayadaw. I
Yes,
mainly emphasize on the Sikta-nupassana. But,
yes.
Yeah.
That is very right way to applying Chitta-nupassana. Because this experience, if you have strong mind, balanced mind, and stabilized mind, stable mind, I think you will be able to confront this worldly experience. I think approaching by Chitta-nupassana to this worldly experience is a very suitable way or a proper way to. Yes, Shelley.
Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you, Shelley.
Sayadaw, Sayadaw ရဲ့ထုံးတဲ့ပဲလို့ရလား
I think yes, I put to this venerable to you.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
I send it to you. Where are you studying, Shelley?
Here in Mahabodhi Research Center, Tumkur University, we have affiliation.
All there.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Good.
So thank you so much. We will take a last question. I think he asked, practicing Vipassana meditation as taught by S.N. Goenkaji. Are we cultivating all the five techniques today?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. What is it? The questions? Is there questions or comment? It takes a lot of courage and wisdom and determination for the.
Yeah, the question is, are we cultivating all the techniques in such a way By practicing vipassana meditation.
Practicing
That makes-
Vipassana meditation as taught by Sagwanga are well cultivating
yeah.
all the techniques in the such a way. Is there a question?
Okay,
Okay.
I think.
Okay,
The
okay.
person ask the questions here. Are you here, Mr. Madhusudan?
Okay. I'm going one by one, right? Taking it one by one. The first from the Evelyn Carr. Sadhu Sadhu, that thank you to Bandes, enlighten them. Okay, that is the one thing. Stride against the tide in the society is take a long courage to withstand and determination with true cultivate all the Dhamma to go against the norms of what the people is doing, which may not necessarily be right actions. Okay, yes, just like that. Mostly it becomes you may also have noticed that we are just leading the trends, the current the society. We're going somewhere. Somewhere is like a full of materialist. It can be said the materialism. Why we say that? So Buddha teaching is totally against this. Buddha teaching somehow the similar to like today, which is the famous practice called minimalism. Minimalism is sandoti or sanleka. Need to reduce. If you have something like the mindfully the using and utilizing this thing, try not to get another things. I mean, you have something, try not to get another thing. So simply we're saying that it's called minimalism. Try to reduce our desire. But what's happening in the society today? Shopping and consumerism, the raising in every society. So those things can be considered. Those things can be considered as a the raising of materialism, or another term, consumerism. Another terms, kind of the sexual indulgence. Okay, kama sukha no yoga. Even we can say that. So those things are raising. It becomes sometimes cultural norms. As I mentioned, drinking alcohol is Buddhist society is prohibited, right? But other society is just normal. It's just like a culture. If you don't drink in some other society, you are so rude, not polite, not gentleman like this. It's totally against sometimes anyway. We have to go against the conventional truth. We have to make it against of this. Because we clearly know that what are the results of the intoxication by yourself, not because of the text say, not because of your teacher say. You know that by yourself, you experience was the result or the effect of intoxication, experience of intoxication. What's happening around the world? So maybe it's norms, it become norms or the cultural norms or traditional practice in many society. But it doesn't mean that we have to follow. We just have to follow the Dhamma. Maybe it's swimming against the tide. You may be living one day alone in the whole society, but the Buddha say, just leave alone. It's better, which is better than associating with the fool. Asivana chavalana. I think
Right.
am I answering your questions? I don't know.
Yeah, we have it. That's correct.
Okay.
Very clearly. Yes. So I hope the these answers are very clear to you, and this has really inspired and motivated you to strengthen your practice, your Dhamma practice. So as Bante said that we're all, yes, when they say that we're also being exercised, and we need all these videos, all our efforts, all these faculties of Dhamma, Pancha Indriya, Pancha Balas, and these 5 techniques of Bodhisattva, taking emulating the Bodhisattva's life. And he never gave up, continuously, without any interruption, till its accomplishment. We have to keep on fulfilling and building up our goodness. So, may the Dhamma be your guide and your refuge. When you take refuge in the Dhamma and Buddha and Sangha, then you are walking on the right path. You are walking closer to Nibbana. So, I think this much we can offer today. Bhante, shall we proceed for the conclusion?
Okay.
I ask you to, just on behalf of everybody, please share your metta. We can feel your metta throughout the session. It's been 2 hours, but we don't feel that the 2 hours have passed. So,
Nearly.
passion, please do share your metta blessings with all of us.
Okay, let's recite again this Bande Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam. Sabbidiya Vajandu. Then we're by this saying, so we're going to write on this. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam Rakhandu Sabba Devada Sabba Buddha Nubhavena Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam Rakhandu Sabba Devada Sabba Dhamma Nubhavena Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam Rakhandu Sabba Devada Sabba Sangha Nubhavena Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te. Sabbidiya Vajandu Takaro Go Natadu. Mate Bhavantandarayo Supidika Yuga Abhivadana Chile Chanita Oda Bajayina Tadaro Dhamma Odandu Ayuvano Chukamba. May you all be well, healthy, and happy. Thank you so much to you all. Thank you.
So, no words to express you our big gratitude and appreciation. From Burma to India, and with all our audiences, you have touched their lives through your Dhamma teachings. And I would be happy if you can visit to us sometime when you have time. Please do make a visit to us in person, and will give us opportunity to serve you in India. So in that way, you can teach more Dhamma to Indian people. They need this precious Dhamma, which have been lost, and now with considerable efforts, it's been picking up slowly. The Dhamma is rising. So we need your metta.
That
Thank you.
meditation.
Yes, we have meditation center. You can also come here. And
Thank you, Bande. In India, the stairs is the seat of the Buddhism, but it need to grow, right? It's originate this very the birthplace, right? It's need to grow, need to separate. But the seat is there. I have seen that in the heart of the Indian people. This in this soil, the seat's already there. But it stay there, still there, it means. It's not completely disappeared from that land.
Be watered and nurtured and gives.
Yes, need to cultivate and need to explore more. They need to develop. Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you so much, Bande, for inviting me again. I'm very honored and very happy to be here. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Bande. It's a pleasure to have you. Have a good day, Bande. See you again.
Okay, thank you. I have sent Shelley my numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So
So interesting. Yes, using the Bible. Interesting the topic. I think the worldly experience vicissitudes.
Yes, interesting really, but not easy to go through with that. Okay. I need your guidance, Yaro.
No, that is the nature of the students. If something easy, I have said that good things are difficult, right? Then don't be much easy. So,
Okay, Sayadaw.
okay then.
So,
Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Please visit us and we will again invite you for
Okay,
Meditation.
one day. Thank you.
Yes.
See you again.